Quick question. What is your opinion about the new $5 million grant for us to have green jobs here in Arkansas now that obviously it's all a scam anyway? So I know your opinion about global warming and all that.
When I was asked on the very first day whether I would accept stimulus money, I said, of course I would, because we're paying for it. So it doesn't make any sense for us to pay for it and then refuse to take it. What I have a problem with is some of the initiatives that are being taken are not really creating long-term jobs. We've already seen that some of those green jobs that we had hoped to get the benefit of are not going to come to fruition, like on wind generation as an example. So I'm concerned, as I think we all are. And by the way, I think this is, whether you're Republican or Democrat or whatever, we want to be well informed about what's going on with climate change. We don't want to jump to conclusions about how much of the information out there is just fallacious. And that's what we've seen recently, is a lot of the claims that have been made for years by former Vice President Gore and others about what the root causes of the climate change are being proven to be completely unfounded. On the other hand, I think every one of us has an absolute responsibility to our environment to do the best that we can of doing the small things that, like my dad used to teach me. If I would throw a piece of litter out, just as an example, he would go crazy long before it was in vogue to not be a litter bug back in those days. The bottom line being that we all have a responsibility to turn the lights off when we're not using them. We can make an impact on our footprint individually. Where I have a concern is with some of the new rules and regulations that are being put out by the EPA. That, to me, is the biggest single issue with regard to the environment, because it went beyond congressional authority and is now, I talked to a business owner the other day who develops shopping centers and office buildings. This man said that if the EPA gets their way in certain specific ways, it's going to cost him $120,000 a year just for the re-permitting because of his carbon footprint, that kind of thing. So we have to use common sense. If we continue to do things to our country that puts us at a disadvantage to our foreign competitors, then we are shooting ourselves in the foot. So we have to balance the two. We don't want to be environmentally irresponsible, but by the same token, we don't want to play by one set of rules that nobody else in the world is playing but us.
But Spain's bankrupt, so it made me cringe.
Thank you all so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Could a merit system be established with the state government in regards to employees?
The answer is yes. There are already some elements of it, but it can be significantly improved. You can use some of the same methods that are used in the private sector to motivate and inspire people to do their very best in state government, and there are ways of doing that. One of the things that's interesting is the state employees this last year, many of them did not receive a raise, but certain folks did receive raises, which we'll be talking about in weeks to come.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for being here. Will you be sticking around for a few minutes? Absolutely. Okay. If you have questions you didn't get answered, stay here and talk to them. Thank you for coming. Joanne, when's the next meeting?
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from today, right here.
Yep.
We need volunteers for the memorial for Riverfest this coming weekend to gather signatures.
Volunteer for Riverfest.
How many are expected?